when they saw the star,
All right.
they were filled with joy.
Amen. Amen.
And keeping with the theme today, in search of the King, I just want to take a few moments to share with you, all of you that are here today, that the search is over.
All right, Pastor. All right.
The search is over. The search is over. Turn to somebody and say, neighbor, the search is over.
It's over.
It's over.
The search is over.
It's over.
Amen. Amen.
Give me just a few moments and then I'll get out of your way. When I was growing up, one of my favorite movies that brought me great Christmas joy this time of year was It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Amen.
Buffalo Bill, won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Oh, you know, some of your older ones, right? But it would bring me great Christmas joy. And I was a little disappointed a few years ago, and I wasn't as joyous a few years ago at my house, and maybe at yours too. That Christmas classic was replaced before in this movie, It's a Wonderful Life. You know it, James Stewart. He starred as George Bailey, and he was just so wonderful in that movie. But a few years later, Jim Carrey starred in another movie as the Grinch, and how the Grinch stole Christmas, right? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Yeah, you know it. But this movie took over this Christmas classic, and our girls now watch this movie over and over again every Christmas season. It just pulls at my heartstrings, amen. But what's interesting about that movie, for a while I would watch it and laugh, and I was trying to figure out why I was so disturbed at how the Grinch stole Christmas. And much like you've seen today, I figured it out. It's that the Grinch's spirit was much like King Herod's spirit.
Yes.
And what King Herod was trying to do was steal Christmas from the world. Because really what King Herod was trying to do was he was trying to find baby Jesus so he could kill baby Jesus.
Yes.
Because what was happening with King Herod is that he had this mean, jealous Grinch spirit. He really did. Because what his problem was is that he could not take it that there was coming along another king,
All right, Pastor.
that we were going to celebrate his glory and his majesty more than King Herod's.
All right.
See, this baby Jesus was going to have a kingdom that would never end.
Right.
Pastor, what are you saying? I'm just saying to the people of God today, it doesn't matter to me if you're a lover or if you're a hater, you have to understand what God has for you is for you.
Amen.
Oh, come on, church.
Amen.
Oh, yes, that's right. What God has for you is for you.
Yeah.
So there's no reason those of us that may have the Grinch spirit or the King Herod spirit of getting mad at somebody else, because when God has something for you, you don't have to get worked up. Or for somebody else, you don't have to get worked up, because you have to just believe that your day is coming. Oh, come on. You know the word of God. Jesus. Your gift will do what? It will make room for you. And not only that song goes, your gift looks good on you. Oh yeah, it will. It will look so good on you. It will make so much room for you that it will bring you right before great men. And you'll be trying to figure out, how did you get there? This little baby Jesus born in a manger, having no place to lay his head. Can you imagine? Now this King Jesus, who was just a child, we celebrate him year after year. We recognize him year after year. I think we ought to give Jesus a round of applause. Amen. King Jesus. And what these wise men did, they received, the Bible says, exceeding great joy when they saw this star. See, they were much like today if I can just say this, on a star search.
All right.
I mean, these young people today, it reminds me so much, and that's why I asked for the spotlight for the youth, because I see it as a star search, because what these wise men were doing is that they were in search for the king, and they saw the star, and to their surprise, what they found in their star search was that there was a king, and they realized that a star was now born.
Right.
He was now this bright and what morning star. He was born in that day in Bethlehem. And as we watch the youth today, as we celebrate our young people on today, what it reminded me of is that, you know what? This star that was born years ago. The young people sing this song, what he did before, he's going to do it again.
Yeah.
Right? And what these young people ought to remind us of is that the same joy that the wise men had 2,000 years ago, that same joy is here today.
Amen.
Oh, I need to help you with something. Oh, somebody, yeah, you can say amen. It's that same joy. Because what happens is, you know, sometimes we get caught up in the mundane. This season, we feel like we don't have much, and we don't have what everybody else has, and it's, again, commercialized, and we feel like we're missing something. But I need this church to understand, our church to understand, is that God is with us.
Yeah.
Please hear me.
Yeah.
Please hear me. And God is saying he's going to have joy.
Yes.
Now, whether you want to have joy or not, God is going to have some joy.
Oh, yes, he is.
The choice is yours. You can either choose to be mad and be like the Grinch, or you can choose to have some joy.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I will just have joy all by myself. I don't want to have joy by myself. If you got joy, your joy ought to be contagious. And when you have joy, you want to bring everybody along with you.
Yes.
But I need you to understand something this season. If somebody doesn't want to have joy with you, you praise God yourself. Oh, God. Don't you stop praising God. Don't you stop worshiping God. Don't you stop backing up from God. Your God has been too good. Oh, Jesus. He's been too good to us, church. So this joy that we got to have. Oh, somebody ought to just be praying. Lord, bring back your joy.
Bring back the joy.
Do you remember this place? I remember when I was a boy growing up in the Pentecostal Church, we had so much joy on 537 West 15th Street. Yes, we did. Every single time we come to church, all week we couldn't wait.
That's right.
Bishop Anderson was up there jumping up and down. Oh, I remember when I was a little boy, I used to love Sunday night testimony service.
Yes.
We had a youth leader, Minister Richard Hazley. Oh, I used to love watching Minister Richard Hazley go. But we had so much joy in the church. Why do we allow the Grinch?
All right, Pastor.
Why do we allow the enemy to sap our joy up?
Yes.
Don't you let those little problems get you down.
All right, Pastor.
I don't care what comes or goes. I don't care what you feel in your own spirit.
Yeah.
See, sometimes we get it twisted. It's not the Spirit of the Lord that's rising up. Sometimes it's our own spirit that's rising up.
Yes.
That's right.
All right.
It was what you went through, your abuse, your anger. You got your own problems inside of you trying to sap out everybody else's joy. But I tell you, after this service today, if you feel somebody's spirit rising up that's not right, I need you to keep your joy. You keep smiling. You keep celebrating God. Because we don't want to give the enemy any room now.
All right.
The enemy gets some room, you get an enemy an inch, he'll take a mile. So what you got to do is then you got to give that extra love. There's somebody going out, get this well, oh, that's all right, honey. No, I'm not patronizing you. I'm just praying for you while you're dealing with the mess you're dealing with. We got to have some joy, church. But Pastor, I'm almost there. What kind of joy is this? This is the kind of joy that caused John the Baptist to jump up and leap, Pastor, that's right, leap in Elizabeth's womb when Mary came in the room. John didn't even know, but the Spirit of God. Mary was carrying Jesus. John was in the stomach of Elizabeth, and here John is leaping in his mama's stomach because Jesus' presence had came in the room. Jesus. God. may not, listen, church. They may not understand all the scripture. They may not understand the Godhead. But when they come in this church, they ought to be leaping because they walked into the presence of God. Oh, yes, please, when you come in here, don't come in here and sit down when we ought to be praying. Please don't come in here and have everything else going on when we should be praying. Because if it starts in prayer, I promise you, it will move into our song services. I promise you, when the praise team is singing, the choir is singing, the preacher is preaching, whoever the preacher is that Sunday, there'll be so much joy and power in this place. People will come in and they won't even be able to explain it, but they will just feel the presence of an almighty living God. But what is it? I can't explain it. I can't put it into words, but all I know is that I feel his power. Jesus, Pastor, what kind of joy? It's the kind of joy that calls 3 wise men. There's a reason why the Bible said they were wise men. But God will even confound the wise. What sense does it make for 3 wise men to travel, not just one, but 3 of them, and wise? They traveled thousands of miles just to get a glimpse. Just to get a glimpse of baby Jesus. And once they saw him, and laid their expensive gifts. They didn't ask anything in return, but they saw a glimpse of Jesus. They turned back around and walked and rode camels 3,000 miles back home. That's why we don't mind coming out in the snow. No, we don't mind coming out in the snow. Because we just want to get a glimpse. We just want to be in his presence. Oh God, Pastor, this is it's good joy. It is good joy. What kind of joy are you talking about? It's the kind of joy that now as we move through this holiday season, that it just won't stop here. It will continue through Christmas. It will continue through New Year's. It will continue to January, February, March, April, May, June, and July. Christmas ought to be all year for us. It ought to be every day for a child of God. When my babies came up to me the other day, and she said to me, I love Christmas, y'all. I just love Christmas. I don't know. But when my babies came up to me the other day, and they said, Dad, hey, Dad, why don't we have just a lovely, beautiful Christmas like everybody else? I was playing Christmas music and I was just, and let me help you understand something. We enjoy Christmas, but we've been so busy, I haven't got a chance to put up the tree. We don't got all these presents around the tree. You got to forgive us. Now, I know I go into some of y'all's houses and you just think you went to the mall because it looks so Christmassy. It smells like bread and you got the music playing. Nat King Cole.
All right.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Oh, you got the incense aroma. I know y'all good. Y'all got it going on. I know. But in my house, we getting there. Okay, maybe next year. The merger been taking up all my time. Amen. All I can do is wear this red Christmas shirt and Santa tie, so you know I got the spirit.
All right.
But she said, why didn't we have all that this time? Because around Christmas time, what I love to do is not get the kids what they want. I like to get them what they need.
All right. That's right.
At my house, that's what I do. What about the gifts and all that? Well, you see that coat you wearing?
All right. Keep it real.
Merry Christmas! What about my present? Hold on, baby. You know that oatmeal you've been eating every day? And that malto meal and waffles you've been putting in the toaster every day? Guess what? Merry Christmas, baby! Merry Christmas! Hey! Woo! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Woo! I give you every day. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, yes, sir. That truck that you said is yours, you ain't paid no note, you ain't paid no insurance. Merry Christmas. I put a big bow on that truck. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Woo, thank you, Holy Ghost. So don't get so caught up and shook up. Young folk, when you don't see all the gifts around the tree, that little tree your parents bought that's about to die. You know that tree because you didn't get it the day after Thanksgiving. You got it last week because you was trying to get it for free. You gonna be like me, it's the tree that was left over. And after this service today, I'm gonna go out and get me one of them trees for free. Merry Christmas, baby.
It's all right.
Pastor, I'm gonna end with this. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
All right, Pastor.
And the search is over. Because you have to choose joy. You have to choose Jesus. This season, listen, you can have a happy holiday. It can be the happiest season of all when you got joy.
Yes, Lord.
The search is over. Don't worry about that last gift that you can't find and you spending all your money and then you can't pay your bills and you can't pay your tithes and offering. Come on, church.
All right.
Come on, church. I was figuring up stuff because they don't want to go shopping. They want to do stuff. And we was figuring out. I said, no. We got to figure out what do we owe, what our bills are, what is our tithes and offering, and then we can have some Christmas. Don't you do it just the opposite. Have Christmas, and you talking about I'm going to pay my tithes and offering when I get my income tax. The devil is a lie. I know how we do it. I've been in church all my life. You give God what he's owed now. Because if you do what you're supposed to do, God will do the rest. You can't have a holly jolly Christmas. You can't have a merry Christmas.
Yes, Lord.
When you put joy in it.
Amen.
Let me end with this. So yes, I need this church to go tell it on the mountain.
Thank you, Jesus.
Go tell it.
Yes, Lord.
Over the hill, you know that song, and everywhere.
Yes, Lord.
That Jesus Christ is born.
All right. Thank you, Jesus.
He's alive.
Yes, he is. Yes,
He's alive.
Yes, he is.
And as you tell somebody about the joy,
Hallelujah.
it's not just joy to the world, because oftentimes we think so big that we forget about the here and now. It's joy not only to the world, but it's joy to this Quad City area.
Amen.
It's joy. You take this joy that you got right here today by watching these young people. You take this joy to Rock Island. You take this joy to Bettendorf, joy to Moline, joy to the whole Quad City area, joy to the world, but joy to the Quad Cities. And then even more personal, take this joy home with you.
Amen.
Joy in our homes.
Amen.
Because I promise you, if you have some joy in your home, the church is going to be all right. But the problem sometimes with the church is that we're so angry and we got so much mess in our homes and we have no joy in our homes. That's why the church is struggling, because we're not happy within our own lives. Jesus, thank you. I say homes, but you got to make it personal. Have joy within yourself. You make the decision. You choose joy. You choose Jesus. So on today, some of us have it, but there's some of us that don't know him. You need to understand today that you